Yeah, I mean, so I
It's so hard to find the regular stuff on radio. All right, y'all. So apparently today is like errand running day. I've been invited to 3 parties. Shout out to Scopra, like, or Copra, I'm not sure, but she has been giving me like tips a lot, smiling, because I stay in my head a lot. But today I've been like super like I've gotten like invitations to parties today because the 4th. Don't start no shit, bruh. But I've been invited to parties and stuff like that for the 4th of July holiday and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, cool. I've met all kinds of people by just smiling. So I just left Hancock Fabrics. I didn't know that they were closing. Like, there was an employee walking in and see, you going to get cut already. Show you nothing. Go on about your business, bruh. But this whole weekend, Hancock's is closing in New Orleans. I don't know if anybody's been out here to see what the fabric selection is out here, but there's already not a lot of places to buy fabric here that's different from everybody else. There's Hancock's and there's Joann's, and you might have a few privately owned, like, mom and pop shops, but they're not having Silk Lupioni. They're not having those things. So I guess I'm actually out like at the fresh, like the seafood market, and out here you can get like super jumbo shrimp, crabs, crawfish on much cheaper than going to other places. But my whole thing is, if you have a business, you have to start it, because there are a lot of major corporations that are going out of business, like Hancock's. Who thought that? Who would have ever thought that Hancock's was going to go out of business? And when I walked in there, everything was already gone, and everything was already marked down to 70, 80% marked off. Like, these are bottom rate prices for fabric that's from like a retailer. So basically, you're paying bare bone minimum. Basically, you're paying the prices that they almost pay for the fabric to put it in the store, and they're doing it because they have to sell everything to close their business. That's sad. Um, I don't remember her name, but the employee was like, there are 3,000 employees that used to work for Hancock that no longer have a job. So that's major. As an independent fashion designer, it's that much harder to find decent fabric, like to find something that's actually decent that you can actually use and wear for your collection. So I don't know, more than $1 billion has come through New Orleans this weekend for Essence. And how much of that money has gone to independent black fashion designers? How much has that gone to independent black business owners? How much of that has gone to actual the community of people? All the people that I see here making money this weekend, they're not from New Orleans. They're not, having to deal with these raggedy ass streets that we drive on. And I know that people pay a lot of money. Like, I looked at my taxes, and you pay a city tax and a parish tax and all these different taxes, but the streets and stuff are jacked. And then all they want to talk about is Essence Fest. As a stylist, it's getting kind of hard to even find fabric, or even as a fashion designer, it's becoming hard to find and support things that are in and of New Orleans from the people that actually from here, generations that have been here. I'm a newbie, and I'm just seeing these things, and I'm the one that's talking about it. But I'm quite sure that there are people from New Orleans saying the same things, like, why are we taking so many businesses out of New Orleans when we need it? If there were businesses and decent schools, the crime rate wouldn't be as high as it is now. But I'm just a stylist. I'm just a fashion designer. What do? You do the best that you can in your niche. So here, I just met a guy. He moved back from Houston, and we were just chopping it up. He invited me to his party, where it's just a bunch of networking. Like, everybody's just chilling. Um, they were gone 40 years from Houston, or they were gone from New Orleans, and they stayed 40 years in Houston. Which Houston, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I leave today and move to Houston, I already have connects. I already have clients. I already have a network built. Majority of my fan base is from Houston. So, I mean, truly, because that's where I started. That's where I started going to school. That's where I started meeting people. That's where I started everything. Houston. I learned to sew in Houston. Like, I was married out there as a business owner. I lived in Houston. Everything was Houston. So I'm gonna give you a quick shot of like the fish market real quick. This the fish market. Like, out here, bruh. If you are in West Wego or like the Gretna area, look at these prices. These are people who go out and fish every day. Every day they go out and fish. They go out and fish, and they come here to like sell their fish, seafood, crawfish, all that. They sell all that out here. And instead of me going to Walmart, I hate going to Walmart. I ain't gonna lie. Walmart family, like, it's not that I don't like going to Walmart as a well, it is. I don't like going to Walmart as a consumer simply because it's bottom rate. It may not be the best quality. I love Walmart for other things, but as far as like fresh seafood, no indeed. Especially when I live in a city and a state that's like known for seafood. How dare I live in New Orleans and not like buy fresh crab, fresh seafood, fresh oysters, fresh whatever. I want to support the local community of entrepreneurs. And for me, that looks different than it does for most other people. This is a horrible spot to have this. All day today, I'm just rolling and going to get different things. It's 12, so it's early. Today I have a client later on, and I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm so thankful for the people that support me, like through whatever. Like I've had clients that had to wait for a whole year for an appointment, and they waited that whole year. They didn't talk shit. They didn't like, oh, she just good. They rocked. Like they for real rocked with me, and I'm so thankful. Like I value giving good service, and I also value being able to have people on my team that's like, they believe in the same thing that I believe in. Like I believe good work for a good dollar. I don't feel like people can be bought and sold, but you know what? Sometimes a smile goes a long way, and I'm really, sometimes I'm not cognizant of smiling. But probably I should. So I've been working on doing this all day. I'm in West Wego. If you're visiting New Orleans and you don't really know which neighborhoods to like avoid, West Wego, sometimes Kenner. Like if you black with locks, it's rough out here. It's rough in New Orleans. Like every day, someone is hurt, and I say that a lot. But I'm like, I can't always focus on the negative. But I also have to be realistic. New Orleans is hot as a mug. Like I used to think New Orleans was kind of hot, but until I moved out here, it is hot, and it is summertime. The block is for real hot. Like it's crazy that you say this. Like somebody could get killed out here just because they didn't have on the right color. Somebody could get killed out here because it was hot and it was getting on somebody's nerve. Somebody could get killed because there was a female out here. I didn't know the girl personally, but they went to the club or whatever, and young dude asked the girl, hey, you want to dance or something? But the way he said it was probably like, say, bitch, you want to dance or something crazy like that, because out here they rude. They are rude. It's very seldomly do you run across, so I ain't gonna say seldom, there are gentlemen out here that know how to talk to a lady, a woman, a queen, that know how to talk to them. But some of these dudes, they don't know how to talk to nobody. I can't imagine how they talk to their mama, because some of these men, women, when they talk to somebody they trying to fool, it's crazy. So a lot of times I'm in the midst of most of that. Like if I'm pulling looks for a show, either people automatically think I'm there to work in the kitchen, which is weird. It's kind of racist, but it's very racist. But I'm like, no, I'm not kitchen help. I'm here to put on a show. I'm here to style. I'm here to do alterations for your dress. And it's weird when people treat you like help. And it's like, you know how much you can charge for just. That's another reason. I had to stop doing discounts for people, because when I started discounting my stuff, people didn't take me seriously. And they can't say that they did. They couldn't have taken me seriously, because when I was like giving discounts and trying to like get in the 5 free people or whatever the number that different coaches were like, oh, you need to do this many free, you need to do this many free. But even the free people, they're just trying to get them to appreciate the time and the effort that I put into helping with their shows, helping with their blogs, helping with their style, helping with their closets. Like sometimes that stuff takes 2-3 hours, and you're doing it for free for somebody. They feel like, oh, well, they don't value it as much as if you really had to come out of your pocket for it. When you have to come out your pocket for stuff, you appreciate it a whole lot more. I was watching some of the style from Essence Fest, and it's like, I was glad that Gugu Atkins is a celebrity stylist, and she's Mary's sister, and that's who styles Mary. There are a lot of people in, like, I guess Hollywood or whatever that I admire their style. So Gugu was like, I wish, she was saying something to the regards of black women wearing color. Women don't wear color because they have some feelings about how they feel about themselves. That's the most consistent thing that I've seen. Like, I used to wear black all the time because I felt fat. I didn't feel pretty. I only would wear black when I was having a shitty day, like, that I noticed it. And I had to start like taking my style seriously as a professional, and I had to take it professional or seriously as my brand, because however I walk out the house, that's how people see me. And 95% of people are usually, well, those numbers are changing because you're beginning to see more people wearing locks and like wearing lock styles and cool colors and all these other things. But style is so personal. Like, you can literally wear anything you want as long as when it looks polished, and when you put it together, it's that much more you when you add like color and something that's specific to your brand or something that's specific to you. There are so many people out here this weekend. I cannot wait just to see who I keep running into. I don't know if I'm going to any of these parties, but my coach taught me that when we would do like conferences, major conferences or something that was major in the city, to get out and get the private event invites. And that's my main thing. Like, I'm not interested in the parties, so to speak. Like, as far as like going out clubbing, I'm not really interested in that. But some of these private parties where all these people who need a stylist, God, or somebody who needs a designer, or someone who just needs their closet done, that's why I'm out today on the 4th. Because most people are having a good time. Like, I'm preparing for my weekend and all the stuff that I'm doing, because I'm supposed to be off this month and taking a vacation. But I work for myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this week off instead of the whole month. I'm gonna take this week off because there's some things that I want to get out. Different people have been asking for like style videos or this and that, and I'm okay with that. But I put out so much free and discounted stuff, I'm gonna start sending people there. It is not all about money, but I know that someone that may not have the budget to afford maybe $100 an hour this or $75 an hour this. Some people have a time saying that they can't afford $25 an hour, and I know that's bare bone minimum of just sewing. Like, someone to sew for you, their bare bone minimum is $25. Now, if that's your friend or your homie, then they might do it for $5 an hour. But base minimum of getting something sewn is $25 an hour. If that person is the person who is sewing it for their brand. If they're creating you something new, they're charging you for the pattern, to make the master pattern for your individual size, to do your measurements. It's more than just I want something designed and then 2 days later it's ready. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. And the faster you sew, the faster it get done. But the faster that a client can work with you, and actually, like, 95% of the time in a consultation, I'll have a client that's like arguing me down about colors. It's not that I don't want you to have your input, but I spend a lot of time mixing and blending colors for painting. I spend a lot of time mixing and blending colors for creating my own dyes. I spend a lot of time mixing and blending colors on different skin tones, and I noticed that different colors look differently on different people. That wasn't rocket science. There's many books about that. But when you spend time doing it, you know exactly, like, you really, really know exactly which colors would work for someone who has an olive skin tone, what colors would work best for someone who has yellow skin tone. Like, I have yellow undertones, so jewel tones work really well on me. But there are also some colors within that jewel tone that don't look good on me. And I have to know the difference. Like, I have dark circles on my eyes, and it's because I'm tired as hell, for one. And for two, yeah, I'm tired as hell. But if I know that, and I know that my eyes are darker this week because I'm not getting rest, and I know I need to use some cucumbers, I know I need to get some herbal tea in my life, and I also know that I need to, when I do my makeup, I need to do something to balance out the darkness, which is a darker color. And when I do my makeup, it will truly affect how my makeup looks. Sorry, guys. Oh, so the value of good people. The first video was the lady. She shout out to her. She works at Nails. Her name is Emma. She took really good care of me. So if you're in the Oakwood Mall in New Orleans this weekend shopping on the West Bank, because you know I live on the West Bank, and if you don't live on the West Bank, people don't come over here. So But I had to find somebody that I liked. Like I would have, I was willing to travel at least to Kenner to find somebody to do my nails, and that's at least 30 minutes or 20 minutes strong if you're flying. But I wanted somebody to do my nails, and I've been here 2 years trying to find someone to do my nails and to do, like, don't make me feel bad because I walk on my feet all day. Like, bro, I know my feet beat. Don't do me like that. But I had one person, like, he was off of Manhattan. There was a shop over there, and the shop looked nice, like it was super pretty, but they attitudes was shitty. And I was like, dang, is my breath stank or something? Like, what did I do to you? And I'm not an emotional person, but this dude made me feel like this dude was doing me and his old girl that was doing my nails so bad. Like, he was cussing this girl out and everything. And I'm like, dude. And the thing was, the reason why this has happened several times to me out here. When I go to different nail shops that are Vietnamese or Asian or whatever, and it's not all of them, but some of the ones, they rude as shit to me. And I'm like, just because I'm black does not mean I don't have the money to pay $100, $200 for my nails, my feet, my eyebrows, and all the stuff that I'm gonna have done. I know I'm hairy. First of all, I know I'm hairy. So if I'm trying to have a streamlined look so I can look polished, so I can go about my week, my day, and be professional to tell people how to help, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and tackle these feet, bruh. Like, come on, don't laugh at me, don't talk about me, because you'll tell me, oh, you on your feet all day. Yes, I'm on my feet all day. So I finally, like, this dude was like, are you sure you want a solar nail? The reason why I choose solar nail simply is because it chips less. I'm sewing and kicking and mommying and doing all this extra stuff sometimes, you never know. But in my life, I'm working out, I'm working, I'm sewing, I'm styling, and it's all these different things. So I'm gonna need some paint that ain't no chump. I'm gonna need my paint to not be chipping every time I move, because I'm always moving. So if every time I move I got skips and chips and all this other stuff. So to add solar nail to your whatever, your manicure, your pedicure is like an additional $20 total, or maybe. And I'm like, it wasn't that it was $1,000, but I guess that a lot of his clients don't, because first of all, most of the time my nail shop be in the hood. I ain't gonna lie. Because when I do go to bougie areas, first of all, with my skin complexion and my hair, they give me a hard time, and that's not something that I'm putting out there mythically. No, that's something that's for real. They treat me crazy when I say I need my nails and my feet and my eyebrows and stuff arched. Like, I know that my eyebrows are short. I know that my lip is hairy. Like, when you as an entrepreneur go and to have these services done, it's either did you do it to my capacity, did you give me what my money was worth, or did you have poor customer service? And that made me, like, I was so upset with that dude and that whole salon. Like, it was just real rude. It was just real rude. So I've been here 2 years, and I've been trying to find a decent one that either would like shape my nails the way I wanted them shaped. Because sometimes that's an issue. Like, I like stiletto nails. I like a classic, manicure or French manicure, pedicure. But I don't always want that. Some days I want designs and colors and shapes. Like, I want all that shit. So having to find someone, like the next joint, it would be great if I could find somebody that would do my nails and come to the house and do my nails. Like, what? Yes. But right now, I'm still looking. But I found a nail shop, and it happens to be in a mall, which I never go to. Like, everything about today was like surreal. Found a nail shop that was willing to, like, deal with all my stuff, because when I go, I don't go every week because I have things that I need to do. So it's not something that I'm doing every week. It's me trying to get it done. So I might go every 2 weeks. That's still more than I was going, and that's still money that I know exactly how much I'm gonna spend every time I go. So I know it's not gonna be like a $20 thing, and I'm asking you to do $50 worth of work. I realize how much work it is going to be when I sit in a chair and say I need a pedicure. Like, I already know. So I'm willing to pay the extra. I just need it done. I do. I bite my nails, so I get like a solar nail for the paint, and because the acrylic across my nails still kind of allows it to breathe or whatever while it's growing out. Because people like, oh my God, you're so talented. Dang, your nails are jacked up. You charge anything over $10 an hour, your nails should at least be done, or at least manicured. So yes, so the lady that took care of me, I went into the mall and I was taking my girls, and I guess this was a great thing for me to have done, because I got to see who the people working there was. I went to the mall one day and I was getting like every so often I'll run and grab. I keep a list of what my clients are needing. That like when we do the client closet thing, and sometimes I just go and pick it up, and they'll pay for. They of course pay for it, but I pick it up like I knew you needed t-shirts, and I grab these in your size. Da, da, da. When I'm saying people should grab t-shirts, I'm not saying that you grab t-shirts from like Lacoste. I'm saying you grab these t-shirts from like Forever 21, Walmart, these things. But when you're grabbing from cheaper places, just know that it's not gonna last you a year. Just know, like, if you want your t-shirts to last a little longer, you're gonna have to invest some money and some time into what you're putting in your closet to put on your back. Because every girl, every woman, like it's 4th of July weekend. There's about 500 or 600 women right now going to look for something to put on just for today. They're not trying to keep it for 6 months. They're not trying to make sure it's Louis Vuitton. They're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an outfit that's going to last for 50 years. They just want it for today. And then after today, hey, if it lasts, cool. If it don't, those are called throwaways. Your t-shirt sometimes is the same thing. People go to Walmart all the time for, like, basic stuff. Panties, socks. So, okay, get your t-shirts from there. Get your t-shirts from Forever 21. They're $1.90. Like, if you know that there's something, like, somebody has a pair of jeans that I like. My favorite pair of jeans either come from Charlotte Russe or Forever 21. And I've had Joe's jeans. And I've had some jeans that were like over $150 a pop. So when I find these $7.99, $8.99 jeans that work well for my body shape, I'm petite and I'm pear shaped. So that means I carry most of my weight in my hips and my butt and my thigh area. So I need jeans. I hated the fact that when I would try jeans on and I would have all this butt and then I would have all this open gap in the back. That's rude. That is rude. But it's because people didn't take into account that most women of color have booty. Like, they got booty. Not all, but a good majority have booty shapes, curves, like curve. We're curvy women. So they were giving us these straight up and down pants. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? That was the whole reason why I went to start designing. Like, for real. I wanted to fix the puck. I call it the puck in the back of my pants. But then I started finding brands that may not have been like $500, $600 worth of clothes, but it was something that fit me and looked nice for the time that I had it on. I'm very particular about how I spend my money. I also go to the thrift store and get, like, I find Valentino jackets at the thrift store. One of my favorite spots in Houston is the Little Bird. The Little Bird, and it's another spot, Couture Exchange. Like, if that's where you're trying to get couture from this or last season or something, like a season or two off, that's a place to do it. Because they have really cute, I bought Jimmy Choo from them way less than retail or wholesale price. Like, they've had such great prices. I was like, shit, let me get two. But as a stylist, like, I have to know where to go and get clothes. I could have pulled right through there. Ain't that something? I'm all about a deal. Because sometimes it's not about how much you spend, but it is about, like, are you getting the best quality? I would rather drive around town all day, and it's because Monday is my off day, so I don't mind doing it, but I would rather drive around all day to avoid spending $50 in shrimp when I could have just paid $15 like I just did. And it's fresh, and it's like, I go to markets where they actually sell that and that only, wholesale. The art of fashion is about being comfortable in who you are, like knowing how to spend your money. And I take those lessons and I apply it to everything that I do, from just taking care of clothes. If you hang up mothballs and put it in your bag, it doesn't have to be Saks Fifth Avenue. It just needs to keep moths from eating your clothes. Like, when you buy silk, you need to know why you're buying the silk. But after seeing like Hancock's and seeing just today and being invited like to parties and different things like that, like, it's cool. It is cool. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a stylist. Oh, cool, come out here, we got some people that need your help. That's dope. And it's people that say, hey, we have a budget of $500. No matter what you do, have a budget. No matter whether you're getting one simple dress done and you have a budget of $50, that means you can spend about this much on, a person's time. Is what you're asking for worth what you're willing to pay? Meaning, if you're talking about you want a wedding dress for $100, how much is you having a beautiful bridal gown worth to you? How much is it? Would you rather just have something that's cute and cheap, And if you want something cute and cheap, say that. And if you want something that's going to last, and if you want something that's going to benefit you, say that as well. People feel like they just want to spend, they don't take into account of time. When you are a fashion designer, when you are a stylist, your main commodity is time. It takes time to go in somebody's closet and help them unclutter all the foolishness that they've built in their lives. People are such insecure shoppers, and it's not because they mean to be, it's because they don't know any better. That's truly a thing. Like, they just do not know any better. They don't know that if you buy silk, that you can buy silk for $10. You can buy silk for $10. Yes. You can buy silk for $50. You can buy silk for 100% silk for anything that you have a budget for. Like, if you got a $10 budget, you better find some $10 silk. And if you can't afford natural fabrics, then they have blends. But know that there's a difference between those things, and know that customer service is an important factor. And I've really been reminded of that lately. Just living out here and seeing how rude people can be. Like, people rude as shit. For real, people are rude as shit. People expect that you're supposed to treat them well. You're not entitled to anything, honestly. Just because I got a contract don't mean I'm entitled to do a good job. You would hope so because you paid me, but I'm realizing that that's not always the case. Okay, here's another spot in New Orleans where I get like a case of chicken for like $10 and they clean it. I'm all about the best deal. I'm the only person here too that look like me. But I'll save for a case of chicken. That's 30. I don't need that. I'll save, bump it. I'll save like $50, $60 just getting a case of chicken. And not only that, as a doula, this is like prime location for us. Because there's always somebody pregnant in the market. For real. With Marcus Rivera, it's like all the Latin American, chilies and stuff. Like, this is kind of cool. I value good people and I value food. So I don't have to spend $100 on it. I won't. What's my pickup today? I think I'm gonna do like a rib or something. Sometimes I eat vegan, sometimes I don't. But they have like the best prices, man. Say what you want. They have the best prices. Like a case of chicken. I go somewhere like Walmart or somewhere else. I'm not getting those prices. And they're run by families. I guess that's my biggest thing lately. Like, I want business that's run by families. It means more to me. Hey, can I get a case of drumsticks? Case. Hold on. This. And a long chicken leg from the house. Oh, you do even have drumsticks? Oh, do you have drumsticks? Okay. Yeah, I want to buy it. Buying a case of chicken for people that eat chicken.